guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am here with another layout for Clique Kits using the January Rhapsody Kits. And this month we have this amazing cut file for free up in the Clique Kit shop. And I'm really excited to play with this because it has so many great lines and kind of geometric patterns to it. And so I've cut it out of my silhouette using black cardstock. And then what I did, and this is one of my favorite techniques for cut files, is I went ahead and used it as a template to punch a ton of holes to stitch around. And the great part about that is it leaves me with a cut file that I can use for something else. And so through the magic of YouTube and a few hours later, you will see that I have stitched all of those sections using the coordinating colors of embroidery floss from this collection. So in order to do that, what I do is I will go to my local kind of big box store like a Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and I'll take a piece of pattern paper from the collection with me, and I'll use that to choose my colors of embroidery thread. And so that's what I did for this layout, and I came back with, I think, 6 different colors that I wanted to include in the background, and they're all colors that coordinate with the collection. So then I went ahead and printed this 4x6 photo of my daughter, and this was on a vacation that we took to Colorado. And I printed it in black and white so that it would kind of pop up off of that background and stand out. And then I just have it on a small, thin white cardstock border. And then I also used a pattern paper from the 6x6 paper pad that was like the real busy floral to give kind of a little border that incorporated all of those colors. And then I am going to put it on a piece of fun foam. And I know that I want that photo to go in the bottom right-hand corner because the star of my show is that photo. So making it black and white, adding those extra layers, and then doing some embellishing that you see right here around my photo allows that to be the star. But this kind of supporting role or supporting actress of my page is that hand stitching from that cut file in the background. So rather than putting my photo right in the middle where it's going to cover up all of that hard work and detail, I'm going to move my photo down to this bottom corner, and that lets kind of both of those things work together. But then I'm going to add the weight and the embellishment around my photo. So that one has a little more importance, I guess you could say, on the page. So your eye's going to go there first, and then it's going to go back to looking at all of that really intricate stitching detail. And I really like how those two things kind of work together. So here you can see I'm just making sure that I have some of these floral elements tucked into the different layers of my photos. So some of them are attached to the background paper. Some of them are kind of tucked in between the layers of the mats in my photo, and then some of them sit on top. And that allows you to get that really great texture and layering effect. So just by tucking those pieces into the different layers, you get an entirely different look. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the thickers from the kit, and these are called Celebrate, and these were in the main kit. And I want my title to be, I think I want it to be just Be You. And so I'm deciding here that I don't necessarily want to have this big gap in the middle like I thought I might. So I'm going to go ahead and move the B and the E over to the other side so that my whole title is just going to say Be You. And then I'm going to pull out these gemstones and try to decide if I want to make some of these work. And I play with them for a little bit here, trying to decide if they're going to add to or distract from my layout. And I end up deciding that they're not going to make the cut this time. But I know that I want something next to my title over there on the left, because otherwise there's a strange little gap right there, and I don't necessarily like that either. And I tried really hard to get this bow on here because I think these bows are adorable, and I just have not had any luck getting them on one of my projects yet. And it doesn't make it today either, unfortunately. But this little butterfly is going to make the cut. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some adhesive only in the middle, because I want the wings to be folded up and kind of be three-dimensional. And then I'm going to repeat that element into my other parts of the embellishment cluster. So I know that I have this vellum butterfly, and this came in the main kit as part of that ephemera from Cocoa Vanilla. And so I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to put some adhesive just in the very center, and then I'm going to allow the wings to be popped up. And now I felt like I needed one more butterfly because I like to do things in threes, and I like the idea of having a visual triangle around my photo, which means I'm going to need one more butterfly kind of tucked into that embellishment cluster on the bottom right. And so I'm going to go ahead and grab the sticker tablet, and this is from Simple Stories Carpe Diem. I believe it's the Bliss collection. and look through here because I know there's a bunch of butterfly stickers. And I found this one that had some of this light corally pink, which works perfectly. But I didn't necessarily want the huge border detail that was on it because it was made kind of to show some mixed media detailing in the background. So I'm just going to fussy cut around that little butterfly. And I do still want him to have a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to tuck him into the layers of my florals here. And then I'm going to take a tiny piece of foam dimensional adhesive and put it behind one of the wings so that I am still going to get a little bit of that pop of dimension in that area. And that's really going to tie that butterfly detail together now that I have three. They're arranged in a triangle around my photo. All of my embellishments are kind of clustered in that same way to make it stand out. And that's basically going to do it for this layout. So I'm really trying to make sure that I am allowing my picture to shine. I'm layering my embellishments to create some texture and depth. And then I'm letting that gorgeous hand stitching from the amazing cut file kind of play the secondary role. And so I would love to see what you guys do with the cut file. Make sure you stop by the Clique Kit shop and get it because it's free this month. And we'll see you again soon. Bye!